in that instance, it's aware of what is going, and like it knows is like I got cut. I'm gonna stand here and
Yeah,
fucking I'm done.
maybe he's like for the cause because it was all meant for something towards the end for them. So maybe he was like, all right, I'm game.
I feel like, and I feel like at the end, like, you know, when Homeboy he gets the boon, he gets the Leviathan boon. Um, you know, he's getting Cinnabund, and I think he likes it at the end.
Do you actually?
I think the Cenobites like being Cenobites.
Because
I think they live in a world of pain, but I think that
Mm.
they move. They are explorers in the further boundaries of human experience.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just. I just feel like this is like it's a little much, you know. Like the whole thing, like okay, you get into this box, and it's a puzzle box, and I guess the fucking the how you win the puzzles, you're like, I don't want to play puzzle anymore, and like that's it. Like the one guy successful, I don't want to spoil it, but like the one dude. I don't understand how it's a reward. Like, okay, he was just like, please let me die.
Yeah, like
And then like it's like, now you live forever.
I think Ed's issue with it is that like the Cenobites aren't really good salesmen at it. Like they don't really make any part of the bargain seem great. They're just like, you can get your brother back. And it's like, dude, I know you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Like they don't ever really bring you to that like magical world where you're like, oh, this is sweet. They just literally only show you chains and they're like, don't you want this?
These chains are pretty cool.
You're like, no, I don't.
Don't you want to be
You see-
filleted?
I think that's the whole like point of the whole thing is you know everyone is in search of this ultimate hedonism and ultimate pleasure, and then you know it's like, hey, guess what, no ultimate pleasure, no hedonism at the end of this.
Well, if you're really kinky, it is kind of ultimate pleasure, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like that's the
That's the only way you can get off now.
yeah. The like
Just
if
getting
you
chained up.
I don't know. It's just so. I the whole time I was thinking like, yeah, they're like basically causing suffering. But what if that's like somebody's thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh. The whole time,
like, oh no,
just enjoying it instead.
Yeah.
Like just some. Do you think that the Pinhead ever encountered like some sick fuck that was just like he had no effect on? They're like, damn, he just keeps coming. Like, what do we do?
They might like that guy.
Yeah.
Because
They'd be like,
I
hey.
think that's how they view pain, is that's like their pleasure. And I think they're just trying to spread pleasure, but their way is just killing everybody.
Yeah, another thing is like you never really figure out what happens to like the people who get poked by the box. Do they just die and they're just like just dead? That's it?
I feel like they're just getting like tortured. Like,
Forever?
yeah, kind of.
People get that get poked.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think they draw blood and then they're like, you've been chosen.
Yeah, I
And then,
understood that they get
Well-
chosen with the blood and all that jazz, but they get all fucked up and chained up and shit like that. But are they tortured forever or do they just eventually die?
I feel like it's like hell. Like you just went to hell.
Yeah, I think there was
Yeah.
like one part where they were like, you're going to experience all types of pain until we're done with you. Like, so it could go on for a while.
Or if they enjoy it, it's just over. We're
Well,
done. This one's
Yeah.
DJ?
If you look at the original Hellraiser, the whole plot of that one is,
Do you have the plot up on your computer? Because I do as well.
I don't have it up on my computer, but I watched the original Hellraiser, I think within the last year, and you know, the whole plot of that one is the dude is being tortured and he escapes and he's trying to make himself whole again so he can actually walk around and be human. But basically he's just like, don't you let those fuckers back here. Whatever you do, keep those guys away. I'm gonna hide up here.
I just another thing that kind of pissed me off is you got these interdimensional fucking sadomasochist demons, and the only thing that can stop them is apparently wrought iron. That is like basically bars that are about the size of my head apart from one another, and that ought to stop these fucking kink demons.
Why didn't the one guy? Do you think the one guy could just kill himself? That like had the thing in his chest when he was like, "Why won't you just let me die?" It was like, bro, honestly, why don't you just kill yourself if you got like this thing pulling your spinals?
I feel like he totally could. Like, yeah, because like I think he
I don't
tried to
know.
like rip it off or something at one point and like hurt him. But yeah,
What if he just shot himself in the
It,
face?
well,
like-
it showed him trying to rip it out.
yeah.
Another
you
thing too
totally
is
shoot
like,
yourself.
if we're gonna talk about this dude having that shit in him, how the fuck do you just live in that little like castle thing for as long as you do? Just completely, everybody thinks that you're dead. Nobody checked your house once. Nobody went
Yeah, you
over
still
there.
getting like pizzas delivered there? How do you-
Yeah, he just has this one guy who he just pays like money to just go for all this shit. Like nobody would. Another thing too is like it would ruin the whole I guess turn of the movie if everybody wasn't standing in the exact positions that he planned on them standing in. Like how did he
Mhm.
know like what configuration and where exactly to like the I guess inch people would pace things? And he was just like, it's a cage. Like so silly.
I mean, first thing I would do if I were that guy is just go to the emergency room and be like, "Holy shit! What did you do?"
To interdimensional beings just
I bargained with some kink Cinnabuns.
It's actually kind of interesting. There's a so Pinhead in the first two movies is not really a villain, but more of a neutral representative of hell. And then in the later movies does become a full-blown villain in the movies.
Mhm.
Interesting how they
how did they this is what I don't get too. Is it a new Pinhead or is it the same Pinhead? Like does the role of Pinhead shift? Because there's a woman now.
No, I feel like Pinhead is always Pinhead.
They're just like equal opportunity. Let's give this hot chick a shot at being this ugly demon.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
see,
it's like
I
their
feel
new
like when you get
reimagining.
made into when you reach the Leviathan configuration, you're just like that for eternity. I would assume, like the chattering teeth guy's probably always been the chattering teeth guy. Like that when that one dude gets his like skin ripped out, and you're just like, okay, he's like that for eternity now.
yeah. I don't think
But
it's like a,
unless the one you get hit with the box or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I could definitely make a better horror movie in my opinion.
Have they ever shown that Leviathan thing in previous Hellraisers? Like when you see someone becoming a Cinnabon? Like have they shown that before?
I feel like there are other movies where people become Cenobites.
Are there, Deej? You're the resident Hellraiser expert. You're the only one who likes
I
this
mean-
shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
You're our Pinhead.
I gotta say, I have seen every one of them. I don't remember a lot of the latter ones. They all kind of blend together. I don't remember if he's ever seen.
I would
anybody
block
getting
him out
turned
too.
into one.
Dude, I saw this thing in the news. It actually reminded me of the Cinnabons. This guy, basically during he was having brain surgery, but he's like a concert saxophonist. So what they did is like he was just like, listen, I'm gonna be playing saxophone the whole time, so that way if you fuck anything up, you'll know because I won't be able to play anymore. So like in order to keep his saxophone skills, it's like you've seen the people play violin while they're having like brain surgery.
Brain surgery?
Yeah, so what they do is they numb everything. You can't feel anything, but they have your head open. And if you're like, you don't have to worry about this, but if you're ever like a skilled like musician or some like extreme talent, they'll be like, all right, you do the talent while we're doing work, and then if we hit a nerve or something, we'll know and stop or something.
Wow.
But I started thinking like, do you think there's anybody who's just like sucks at the saxophone, but they're like, I'm like really good. You got to let me like play while you guys are doing like, dude, what about the doctors doing like a 2-hour or I think it was a 9-hour surgery that they were doing on this guy. He played saxophone the whole time. It's just like, what about the doctors are like can you shut the fuck up, dude?
Yeah, it's
We're
like I
trying
can't
to.
even concentrate.
How can I? That's why it took 9 hours. It was a 45-minute procedure that you just had to play saxophone during. We had to sterilize your entire saxophone and scrub up and shit.
Yeah, it's like you didn't have to play sax
Circular
the whole time.
breathing.
Circular breathing.
Do you think like a baseball player would be like, yeah, just put me in the cages while you're like,
Yeah, like I'm gonna have a catch, and if I fucking miss the ball, you fucked up. So it's not my fault.
oh man. I wonder, what do you think the most serious, like, you know about body mods, right?
Body mods,
Body mods, like,
kind of like what Elon's making up with Neuralink. Or?
no. I mean like the kinky ones, like
Oh,
piercings,
Like
and shit
Lizard
that.
Man?
like Pinhead, dude.
like Pinhead.
Yeah, like Lizard Man. Like, I guess, what do you think the most like sadomasochistic body mod? Like, there's got to be somebody out there who's like one of the Cenobites,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Somebody who's just like, I want to feel all the pain.
damn yeah. He's in the gimp suit.
Yeah, he's in a yeah, they just stitched a gimp suit to his body or something.
He's like, yes.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
so
one,
good.
one that I think of off the top of my head is like the Prince Albert's got to be pretty.
That's an extreme body mod.
Yeah.
Well,
that sounds
actually,
painful. I don't
guys,
know.
when you look into it, it's actually pretty sick. No, I don't know. You can pee in multiple directions. Man.
Oh god.
Ugh.
No, I don't think that you can. But I don't know. Those are like
Oh, hell no.
nice. Those are definitely I don't know. Those are like more basic ones, I think. They're like watching the shit. Do you think there's anybody who'd ever be like, yo, I want like the Pinhead experience?
Give me the Pinhead.
Actually, that honestly doesn't even seem like the worst one. The one where the flesh the nipple flesh is like peeled back on your shoulders and stuff like that. That
Anyone like that, I don't know. I don't know how you're not getting that shit infected and shit.
oh yeah, no, you die for that. But, or at least the skin would die.
My kink is I peel my skin back.
That's a keeper.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, Pinhead is just really acupuncture if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. That was kind of pretty sick when Pinhead pulls the pin out of her head.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was good.
I thought it was going to be like that scene from the old Batman where the Joker's pulling the gun out. I was wondering how long the pin was going to be.
It's just keeps drawing pins.
I don't know. I definitely yeah, I feel like I could make a better horror movie with less money.
What kind of horror movie would you make? Like a slasher? Or...
It would be a slasher. It would be some 80s or like early 90s wrestling fan just goes crazy and starts killing people with wrestling moves. I've talked about it before on the pod.
That's not a bad idea.
I fucking love it, dude. Just like imagine somebody killing somebody with the walls of Jericho or something.
Pile driver. Just the big dude. Pile
I
driving.
bet you'd like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, if anybody's listening, fucking pay me, dude. Let's make it Sundance, baby.
Yeah, you can make a little. Oh, do you want to make it like a low budget, cheesy type of horror film?
I
or-
think it needs. I needed to start as a low budget. Like think budget of Blair Witch Project. I feel like I can do at least an eighth of what they did.
What did they spend? Do you know?
They spent like $20,000.
Oh my god.
That's all it took. They made millions of dollars. All it was like, I think it was probably like they rented 2 cameras. They got a bunch of like college kids and they were just like set a bunch of booby traps in the woods and they were like, let's scare the shit out of these kids.
I think what would really
One of them was-
sell is
yeah.
if we get an actual wrestler as like the killer.
Yeah.
Or-
I mean like
Oh,
fucking
The Rock?
The Rock.
No, I would want like Ric Flair
or like Mankind. You remember Mankind?
Mankind is
He's super
he's
old
better
now.
than that.
Yeah.
Mankind would be sick though. That would be that he would never taint his legacy with this
I don't
film.
know. Yeah.
You need like somebody on like what's Hulk Hogan doing? You know, Hulk Hogan probably needs to be relevant again.
Yeah.
You need like
Be a good comeback movie.
dude Brandon Fraser. I'd take Brandon Fraser too.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, did you see he made a comeback?
I saw he's been doing
Fat guy
Mm.
who's like trying to like
gamble and shit.
Mm.
That's what they call whales. Like
oh yeah.
big fat guys go to casinos and they make big money.
Do they have to be fat or do they just have to have a lot of money?
they're like, majority are probably fat.
I think it has
Yeah,
to do
I
with the
think
amount of
the
money
the
that they
term
spent.
whale is more referring to the amount of money they're spending.
No,
rather than the
Jerry's
body type.
Hold on, Jerry's got an inside track. They're all
Yeah,
fat.
They're all big fat guys.
No, I think it has to do with like he's basically an obese businessman who's trying to get in touch with his or like re-in-touched.
The whale.
He's trying to rekindle his relationship with his daughter or something.
You see, I think Mankind would be the perfect one for that movie, because then he always did the sock puppet thing where he had Sacco.
The Mr.
And
Sacco.
then, yeah, you could have Sacco be the one that's telling him to kill people.
Oh my god, that's genius.
That was actually my idea.
That's a fucking great idea.
No, that'd be sick. Or you can just do like something like Mankind adjacent. You know what I mean?
He had that alter ego.
What
He had like
Mick Foley?
yeah, is that the
Mick
hippie
Foley,
guy?
Mankind, and who was the other one, DJ?
I think the other one was just his normal fucking
Cactus
shit.
Jack.
Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
I'm
That would
pretty
be
sure
sick.
that was him.
So yeah, what we could do is for the movie we can have you've seen like a famous clip where they're doing like a triple stack cage match and fucking Mankind falls through like all 3 stages of the cage just like flat on his face and like fucking he's bleeding all over the place. He actually like broke his back or neck or something. Like and then obviously had to take some time off from wrestling. Just that, but like he just disappears after that and like makes a deal with the devil and he just kills people with like wrestling moves.
It's a great idea.
We could film it at the Hellraiser house. They already have the cage around that.
That's true.
Yeah. I wonder how much that set cost to build all that stupid. It's probably cardboard, but wrought iron shit. Like or you can just do like I had this idea last. I was so pissed, dude. I had this idea and then I seen it in like some like shitty FX show, but Stone Cold running a Cold Stone Creamery. Like, let me get a hell yeah. Like just fucking cutting up ice cream with shit. I don't know. That's more of just like a upbeat, like family friendly movie though. It's not exactly like
That's
a slasher.
genius.
Dude, I got so pissed because we were gonna do like a skit, me and my buddy, about it, and then we just never did it. And then I seen it on like there's that Danny DeVito show with Aubrey Plaza, the animated one. It's basically like the daughter of the devil.
Yeah.
The little demon, I think it's called.
Mhm.
And they were like, "You want to go to a Stone Cold Creamery later?" She's like, "Let me get a hell yeah!" And I was like, "Oh fuck, that's our lines." That's it.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It means I'm onto something though. I
You
just
should
gotta-
sue.
No. I got
Sue
this. I
Danny.
got this notepad on my iOS. It says I came up with that.
Go steal all your ideas.
What would you if you were gonna make a horror movie, DJ? What would be the premise?
Ooh, good question. The horror movie it would take place, so it basically would be the same as the first like 20 minutes of the Hellraiser movie,
Terrible.
only she kicks out off the side view mirror, and then what's scary about it is she's just driving unsafely the entire time.
Oh, that was frightening.
God damn it. God,
Can't see what's happening on the left side of the car, you know.
DJ, I've seen you drive more fucked up cars than that for way longer.
Yeah, that's very true. It was a scary time in my life.
It'd just be like December. DJ's like windows broken. She's like, all right. Nah,
Very true.
I don't know. What about you, Jerry? What would your horror movie be?
I like ghost movies or creature movies. So it could be a ghost or a creature feature.
Like a scary Bigfoot movie.
Yeah. That would be dope.
Have they? I feel like somebody's done Bigfoot is the bad guy movie.
There was that funny movie, I think Nature Calls or
Okay,
something.
but Bigfoot was a good guy in there.
I love that part. They find him.
Yeah, isn't what there's
It's
that
actually
movie,
really solid. Yeah.
like, what's that one movie? Isn't like Yeti? That was on like Netflix years ago.
Yeti.
I don't think we watched it, but that's kind of like a Bigfoot scary movie.
Yeah, that
I
could
think
work.
that one was a documentary about like Yetis, basically.
Oh, it wasn't a scary movie.
I think
No,
Loch Ness Monster.
Like it
could
was
work.
kind of scary, but I think it was like not a fictional movie. It was like, about this weird situation that happened in Oregon.
The Yeti.
What happened in Oregon? DJ, tell us.
Basically, these guys were growing weed, and they had people working for them that were stealing their crop. So they one of them dressed up like a big Yeti and went out in the weed fields one night, and there was people taking other drugs too. So they ran in the house and were like, "Oh fuck, we saw this thing out in the woods, man!" And then they said that they had two people died in this whole thing. So the whole 10 years, basically, there was these two people that died that everyone was like, "Yo, it's the fucking Yeti."
But then wasn't
And
it?
then
Yeah,
everyone's
wasn't
like-
it really
Hmm?
just a drug cartel running the things that were killing people?
Dressed up
Yeah,
as a
pretty
Yeti.
much. There's this other other weed grower that was unscrupulous. That was
It's a Scooby Doo. This sounds like
basically-
Scooby Doo episode.
yeah. It was Old Man Withers who ran the haunted amusement
Let's see who
park
this
that
Yeti
was
really is.
killing everybody.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, basically it was just one of the other cartel members that did that, and then they made up the Yeti thing to deter people from stealing their shit, so that way they would be like, no, there's seriously something big that fucking kills people out here.
That really is Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
It totally backfires though, because when the word gets out that there's a possible Yeti, people are gonna be coming. It's a
Yep.
fucking tourist attraction. Suddenly, your whole fucking town is the Yeti town.
Yo. Well, that'd be sick. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like,
Tourism.
yeah, it would backfire for the cartel. Like they're just like, let's throw off the scent, create this Yeti hoax,
yeah,
and all of a sudden you got these people coming by.
Then suddenly it's a year later, and the drug cartel's like, we're now just like a Yeti store.
Yeah, we sell Yeti snow cones.
We don't even sell drugs anymore.
So when do you think Scooby Doo enters public domain?
I don't know, it's
Good question.
got some time.
Oh, fucking takes 90 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
2059. Gotta wait till 20 goddamn
still got a while.
59.
What?
Damn it, dude.
Wow.
I want to maybe I could just make a Scooby Doo adjacent horror movie. Because I think a Scooby Doo horror movie would be sick.
Is that Velma show? Is that supposed to be comedy or kind of? It seems like a more adult.
I think it's gonna be an adult comedy, fucking type of animation shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
90 years. When does that means is Lord of the Rings public domain soon?
I don't know. What does public domain mean?
It means that the story is old enough that anybody can do their own interpretation
Yeah,
of it.
it's like
So-
the Winnie Pooh, the horror movie thing. That's how they're able to do that because now Winnie the Pooh is public domain.
Okay, that's cool. That Winnie the Pooh shit should be interesting. I don't know how they're gonna interpret it as a horror, but
Is that like? Were they just making that, or is that coming out soon?
What?
The Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
mm,
It's called Blood and Honey.
that dude's been sitting on that idea for years.
another thing that would be cool is you can make horror pornos. Do you remember the cheesy HBO or no, it was Cinemax. You remember the Cinemax porns that were cheesy as shit?
Yeah.
They'd be however many words off from the actual thing, and it'd just be just a cheese. I remember there was a Lord of the G Strings.
Yeah,
You seen that?
I think that was in fucking Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Was
or-
it really?
That might have been something they were talking about.
It's an Evan Stone film. It's classic.
They did a Star Wars spoof.
Oh shit! That Winnie the Pooh movie comes out in 4 days.
Oh, dude, we
Oh.
should. Maybe
really?
next week we watch that.
Yeah.
We're taking it back to the classic format, guys. Movie reviews.
The plot is it follows Winnie the Pooh and Piglet as they go on a rampage after Christopher Robin abandons them for college.
Do they?
What platform is gonna be on?
I love it.
I
I could see it going to Hulu or something.
Hollywood Video and watched it on the way to Great Escape on a portable DVD player. Jeez,
Nice.
were you fucking bricked up? Like what's No, it was just like one of those movies where just titties would just fly everywhere. That's it.
It's gonna be on Netflix.
Oh, let's go.
There was also they would do Netflix. Yeah.
We all have that one.
Well, I don't, but all my friends do. Oh wait, no, you gave me got Jerry's Netflix.
Oh, I did? I give you that shit?
Oh, I shouldn't have said it.
Do you know they're coming out with a cheaper Netflix? It's gonna be like $7.99
It's gonna have
ad-
commercials.
ads and
That's
yeah,
ass.
That sounds terrible.
yeah,
Well, they
But-
got to do whatever they got to do, I guess, because they're hemorrhaging money.
yeah. Because I think they're cracking down on people sharing accounts. So their excuse is like, here's a cheaper option.
Well, yeah, they're probably gonna make it so you can only share like 2 devices at a time or something. And
A bunch of greedy fucks.
I always wondered that with Hulu because I just like, dude, I have so many people on my Hulu shit, and it's like never.
yeah,
I'm like, damn, how many people can I give this to?
yeah. I do remember there being a limit back in the day, but I don't know. As these streaming services are out, limits just there's no limit.
Yeah. Well,
know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
they're definitely getting their money, you know,
Oh yeah,
because it's one of those things where the people who share past like accounts or whatever, they still want to reach those people, and they still somehow like it translates. You know what I mean? They're gonna steal it a different way because if they don't have that money to give Netflix, they're just not gonna do it. You can find everything online anyway, so the way where it's like, okay, one person pays for 2 or 3, they're still making more money than they would if I was to go online and torrent it, you know,
yeah.
or all those people would. Maybe not. I don't know. But they should
Yeah,
definitely.
it's basically like saying like, hey, like this is gonna happen either way, so like why not embrace it instead of like trying to fight it?
Yeah. The worst thing ever is like the Hulu account that I have is like a commercial account. Like going back to commercials is impossible. I barely watch anything on Hulu just because the commercials just make me want to kill myself.
Especially the Hulu one, I had to upgrade because the Hulu commercial will show you the same commercial over and over again, and then we'll just keep telling you to upgrade to Hulu Plus, and it's like, oh
And it's
my
so
god,
frequent,
dude.
too.
Like,
There's so many commercials. Like, it's wild.
We should outlaw commercials.
Pretty much every streaming thing I got, I do the ad free. It's I can't.
I mean,
take
like
it.
billboards and shit too. Like all advertise. It should just be word of mouth. You know what I mean? What a
Yeah.
country. Think about how awesome it would be if you wouldn't. Like, dude, if you were like all the shit that I got as a kid was just something where I was watching like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, or Disney or something, and I was just like consuming nonstop like commercial shit where it's just like, oh, you need Crossfire, shoot balls at your opponent and
Yeah.
shoot these other little tiny balls into their goal. Like, you know, just stupid shit that nobody needs. Like, think about how much money money you'd save if like kids weren't consuming that shit.
It was constant. Like,
Do you know how many cereals I tried and hated?
yeah.
Or like, oh, it's terrible. Why did I buy this? Or why did I make my mom buy it? Sorry, you were gonna say something.
Well, I was, saying it was constant fucking commercials back then. It was like, get the Nerf gun
Well,
Or-
those are sick.
or get the Barbies.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I needed Crossfire.
I didn't. No.
But yeah, there's 4 states, I believe, in the United States that outlaw billboards.
Whoa.
Maine is one of them, I think.
Yeah, there's Maine, Vermont, Alaska, and Hawaii.
I was gonna say, I feel like Hawaii, you're not gonna see billboards.
Wonder why
There's
they
just
did
not
that.
enough
Yeah.
space in Hawaii. Alaska's like also there's not enough people for it to make sense.
Yeah.
Probably Maine
Yeah.
is like one of those things where it's up near Canada, so like the only place it would make sense is the cities. But if the people out, like, dude, you should be able to vote on that too. Like now, like I don't know, it's just terrible because like you'll see like you'll be driving past a beautiful scenery, like even on the way to Vermont, like you're on the New York border to Vermont, and it's just like you're passing like, oh, go to this casino, Turning Stone's lit right now. How about Saratoga, fucking Racino, like all this shit, and you're just like, dude, this is terrible.
Yeah, you could argue that billboards are a fucking hazard to drivers. You know,
Dude,
Some of them definitely are the ones that like change or like
Oh,
have
yeah.
like the big screens on them.
yeah. Can't
yeah, you could be reading a billboard and then not even notice the dude in front of you hit the brakes because it's a fucking traffic jam, and then now you're in a fucking pile up.
You're in a pile up, dude. And that could be another horror movie, dude. Just billboards that like have like a
Billboard pile up.
no, not
A
that
billboard,
sounds awful.
a billboard where the eyes move.
I was thinking more along the lines of somebody like buys billboards, like some fucking whale billionaire buys a bunch of billboards that are like it's a treasure hunt. He just sends people basically to their death or something. Like just gonna put billboards up. Oh, you found number one. Keep going, and then like you just leave like a bunch of
It'd be an easy trail of breadcrumbs for the cops, though. It'd be like, what happened? Well, they just follow the signs.
yeah.
Look up at the billboard.
It's-
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it would have to be more nuanced than that, Jerry.
Yeah, it'd be like maybe some riddles in there.
What has?
Yeah, I mean,
legs?
if the like billionaire like owns the billboards and can be putting whatever he wants on there, he could like basically, I would think, or like in a certain way make it like untraceable.
Yeah, or you could, if it's one of the digital ones, like you can just like do it for like a little bit and then switch it.
Hmm.
So and then like it just always move. Like I don't know, something where there's always something. I don't know, those movies where it's like you're unraveling like think of like National Treasure, but with like
Mhm.
murder. You know?
It
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of like people that will like sit and like for the train to come by, and they'll sit for like hours and just wait for the train. I feel like that would some guy just sitting, just staring at the billboard, like waiting for it to flash, be like, "Give me the secret." It's just
Give
like
me a
2
sign.
seconds, and then it's on, then it's back.
Dude, it would be cool.
See,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say my idea for a billboard horror movie would be like if you were driving past it, and then it's like one of those ones that changes, and then it just flashes some like fucked up shit, and then the guy driving is like the only one who sees it. Like it flashes something that's like you're going to die in 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like,
The
"Hey,
ring, come on.
Yeah, what
you
if
guys like come on, did anybody else see this where we're gonna die in 3 days? And everyone's like, what are you talking about? I didn't see that. And then it keeps doing it to him over and over again.
like you're just driving, you're like it's almost like you can see the future a little bit, but in the billboard.
Yeah. Okay, we need to combine the ring, That's So Raven, Scooby Doo.
These are great ideas. I do
They-
like
they
that
are.
though. You look at the fucking billboard. It's like you're gonna die. He's just like, what?
Listen,
Anyone
anyone
else see that?
Whoa! Anyone else read that Lamar billboard?
Billboards are like printing money though when you think about it.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool to be on a billboard though. It's gotta be
You
a
can
cool
do that.
feeling. Just to be all like, I'm on a billboard.
Mr. Spencer did that.
Really?
Yeah, it's when he was retiring. He had like a billboard that invited people to his retirement party.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just the whatever. It is. I'm
Just-
sure it's like $1,000 for like a week or something like that, or
Hmm.
whatever, a month. You can just put it up like, oh, Herb's had enough.
I think it'd be funny to just have no purpose and just be like, hey, just be on a billboard. You know?
I'm just I'm thinking
Yeah.
too, like if Jerry was like, yeah, dude, you guys should come over, we'll watch football. And then we're like, okay, we just put up a billboard, like watch football at Jerry's house.
Yeah, no address, no time. Just hey, football.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's always been my dream. Is if I like won the lottery or somehow had like so much money that I didn't know what to do with. Like, yeah, basically do that. Like, put up a billboard with Jerry that just says, "Here's looking at you," and then he's just pointing at your car.
You're like, you're doing great.
How
That would,
about those Yankees?
that would be funny to just like make yourself famous in a town where like you're not really famous for any reason other than like
You're the
you just
billboard guy.
Bought all the billboards and put your face everywhere, so everywhere you go, they know you.
Yeah, they'll
Would it-
see you. They'll be like, you're on the billboards.
But you're just like Tom. You're just like some dude. You work at the grocery store, but you're famous.
You know, it'd be sick too. Just like you know, those real estate signs, like you always see Gucciardo. on 'em?
yeah.
Everywhere you go, you see Gucciardo, right? What if I just found abandoned houses and just put like another one sold by Ed. Like, you know what I mean? Just on all these
Yeah.
houses where nobody will take them, and just put those all over the place. Get on park benches and just be like, "Hey, I sold this." Like, I don't fucking, and then just fabricate that Gucciardo fame.
Yeah, like moving on their turf.
Yeah, you ever hear the legend of Gucciardo, bro?
No.
All right, so Anthony Gucciardo was the shitty car salesman, like way back in the day. He worked, I think it was at one of the Ford dealerships, something like that. And I'm sure I've talked about it before too. Like one of the bosses was like, "This guy's a bum, can't sell shit." And they fired him, and then he got into real estate, and he became like the top grossing real estate agent for like 30 miles in any direction or something like that,
Damn.
netting like millions of dollars a year. And then, you know, he got creepy and started stalking women in Watervliet and he got arrested. And then he spent his millions to make that story disappear from the internet.
Oh.
And he's probably
Yeah.
got people listening right
Today,
now.
all criminal charges filed against Gucciardo will be dropped, including stalking, harassing, aggravated harassment, false police reports against his ex-fiancee and ex-fiancee's mother. Agreed to out-of-court settlement.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Watch, he was just like, "Will you buy this house?" Just like, he's just knocking on the doors. Come on. No, it's not funny, but he's a big piece of shit.
Gucciardo.
Yeah, it was really funny. I actually a while back I looked at a house that he was listing. He set up. This is the scumbag shit that he made it seem like he made it seem like he was setting up an appointment for me to view it, and had like all the people come at the same time. And I just get there and I'm like, "The fuck, man! This is an open house now." And
That is shit move.
well, no, I mean, yeah. And I drove out there, and like this is like years later. It turns out he just bought the house and rents it out. Like, why would you fucking what a piece of shit?
I think that my mom has brought me to open houses like just because she knows that there's going to be free sandwiches there and be like, "We're just going to fucking stop here. I'm going to look at this house. I'm not going to buy it. And Jimmy can have the Mr. Sub on the table."
That's a great idea.
Honestly, there's a movie like that where somebody basically does that. Or no. Somebody does that, but with like promotions, like free breakfasts and like
Oh, she would definitely bring me to Sam's Club just so I could go around and eat the free samples.
I mean, that's a plan, you know.
Yeah.
She was
Kids
like,
gotta eat.
yeah, well, a lot of these things, like as I grew up, or like she'd be explaining them, and she's like, "Well, yeah, I mean, like I had to like bring you around with me, so I'm like still doing stuff, and like we have to fucking." She's like, "I wasn't working at the time, and I gotta like, we gotta like do stuff." So like you'd be like, "Yeah, this place had like an all-you-can-eat buffet thing for kids, which would be like $2, and it's like we go there, you do that, and I just fucking like I'm doing my taxes or something." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's why like we always did that like weird shit." And, like she'd be like, "Yeah, we just had to fucking kill 3 hours, so we went to Sam's Club and just walked around and got you free samples."
That's a play.
See, yeah. Anytime my mom brought me anywhere, I was just like immediately like, "Where can I hide and scare people?" I would be like one of those menace kids. And you remember Caldor? Were you here for Caldor?
Caldor?
We were
No.
probably in Florida at the time, but Caldor was like a Sears type department store. And I would just go I would love going to Caldor and just hiding in the clothes racks,
Yeah,
And
me and
just
Ryan used to do that too.
popping out and scaring old ladies and stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was a time of my life.
Did we get DJ back on the blower?
No, we probably ran his battery dead. Probably didn't have it charging. I'll keep trying though. But yeah, no. And do you remember anything like that? Your parents bring you someplace, you wreaking havoc, Jerry?
I never really wreaked a lot of havoc. The most I did, I stole like a candy bar from Blockbuster, and then my mom made me return it.
Havoc. Hellraiser havoc, dude.
I remember I was showing it off. I was like, "Look what I got." She's like, "Where'd you get that? Bring that back." Like,
I've had that happen. It was a Hot Wheels.
yeah.
Mrs. DJ brought me and DJ to I think it was the Weather Vane was the name of the restaurant, and yeah, I was just off the fucking walls. I was her and DJ, and like she came back and was like, "Yeah, I'm not bringing Jimmy anywhere anymore." She was like, he was fucking out of control.
Damn.
I was just having a good time. I didn't think I was like doing anything that bad. I was just like having fun. I was good.
At the time, you were probably like DJ's foil character. His mom was just not accustomed to some boy that wasn't a good Christian sit there boy, you know? Like, mind your manners, your P's and Q's. I was the same shit, dude. I would just go under table. I wasn't me and like crawl away.
Dude, when I was a kid, I used to like literally go up to the neighbors and like ask them for like it'd be like, "You have candy bars?" Or like I remember like there was a neighbor I would knock on their door like every day and ask them for a Pop Tart, and then they started giving me Nutri-Grain bars, and I just stopped going there.
Doesn't this kid know trick or treat only happens once a year?
I think you're getting a call.
Yeah, DJ's calling on the phone. I gotta call him on the computer.
I saw the phone like freaking
Damn,
out.
bro. Yeah, that thing is. Are we?
What happened?
Phone issues.
What did you do?
It was really weird. It like said it had no battery, and then the phone just turned off.
Do you think it's Gucciardo?
The
It
ghost?
could be Tony the Gooch.
He's shutting us down.
That piece of shit.
It could be him who made my phone run out of battery and then not have my charger right next to me.
Wow, we are only early in the first quarter, but I mean, I like to see it. My team is right back to where they were 2 weeks ago. We are just,
Oh, yeah?
we're just looking at zeros.
Is Jerry getting?
Jerry, you
are
looking at zeros?
Are you getting beat up?
I sat Najee this week because I'm sick of his shit, and he's got a fucking touchdown already. Unbelievable.
You tell him, Jerry.
Yeah, let's get him on the gram, bro.
fucking
He
He
Najee.
got a
Najee,
Twitter.
If you're listening,
Way
we
to
want to hear your
way to step it
explanation.
up, Najee.
Yeah, Jerry's gonna kick your ass, you bum.
Oh, we can't. I gotta trade this bum.
Another one.
I'll trade.
Let's go.
What's up?
We'll talk.
We will. You said-
Najee is on the board.
All right. Who do you think? DJ, how's your game going? Did you check?
I have not checked.
All right, don't.
Then,
Your battery might die.
Let's see here. Let's pop up the old fantasy.
I think I'm facing you this
Yo.
week.
Yeah, I just realized
Football.
that we're playing each other.
Yeah, that's actually. I was gonna say that, and then I was like, they must know.
Kyle Pitts is fucking playing.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Everybody check their fantasy lineup, and DJ, how you doing?
I'm doing, it's early yet, but I'm doing good.
Your reign of
know,
terror's
my,
over, Deej.
New Orleans defense against Cincy has a few, looks like either a few sacks or fumble recovery or something like that. So, not bad. Ramondre has a couple points for me.
Nice. Your throat sounds like it's getting better.
It's, I hope it's get better. I just hope this is like one-off,
Did you do a
fluke
rapid?
event.
You should go get Emergency. You ever hear of Emergency? It's like an extra boost of vitamin C, and it's supposed to boost your immune system. It's really nice.
I heard it's supposed to be bad for you.
Really?
Yeah, Joe Rogan says it's bad for you.
Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all right. It's got to be bad for you then.
It's just
In
an
what
extra
context?
boost of vitamin C.
I don't know, man.
It,
Hold on. I'm gonna look this up, but I think like high levels of vitamin C are bad for you.
I heard all
Listen,
the
if
B
Daddy
vitamins are
Rogan
good.
says it.
I know that when I get sick, I try to eat a bunch of vitamin C, and usually it helps me.
That was like our medicine in boot camp. You're starting to get a little cough. You just start drinking a bunch of orange juice.
Shit, my dad will eat like he has like these. He'll have like 3,000. I'm like, Dad, that's really just not good for you. But
What
he'll
will
have
he
like
eat?
like 3,000 milligrams or whatever of like it'll be like 3,000 the percentage that you need. And I'm like, first off, you're
That's
gonna
a
like
lot.
you're pissing it all out anyway. But like you're going a little ham. And he's like, nah, I don't get fucking sick though. And I'm like, I'm sure you don't. You're probably glowing.
So it says, is it okay to take vitamin C daily? It says 90 milligrams for men is the normal dose. Now let's see, or
Whoa.
that's the safe dose for men.
And what is emergency? probably like 1,000.
Emergency.
Isn't that like 1,200 milligrams or something?
Take it right before bed. You feel great.
I think I always mix up. I don't know why, but
It's
emergency,
1,000 milligrams. So it's
emergency,
10
and
times.
airborne.
Damn.
Born.
Yo, did you guys know? Is
Aragon?
Arbonne gone, or did I just mute all those thoughties that sell it?
What is Arbonne?
Arbonne is that shit where it's like they sell you beauty products and fucking supplements, pyramid scheme wise.
Uh,
There was a
Oh, Avon?
no, well, same thing, but yeah, Arbonne's like they were like Avon's not selling. We need something to get the younger crowd, and they were like, how about
Let's throw an
Arbonne?
R in there.
And once a year, you pay for your own flight to Vegas, and we have a big convention where all the salespeople hang out.
Sounds great.
It's a good time.
Sounds good.
No, you never heard like you never seen the social media ladies trying to sell like, oh, this is the such and such thing. You never had any of those people on base or anything trying to sell you random.
Mm-mm.
You ever hear about Verve?
No.
Was that drink?
Verve was like a shitty Red Bull. That like basically it was a pyramid scheme. That
I,
people...
I remember you coming home talking about that. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a pyramid scheme.
Well, no, yeah. So it was fucking Bobby Dodd and his friends would sell Verve on college campuses, and I mean it is a pyramid scheme, 100%. But if you get people under you, you're making money hand over fist. These kids were driving BMWs, all right. As long as you don't hurt anybody you love, it's good.
I had someone reach out to me trying to get me to be one of their one under them in a pyramid scheme once, and they're just like, hey DJ, I'm just calling because I got this great opportunity for you, and I think you'd be like really great at it. It's like sales, like it's a I forget exactly the term they used, but it was like it's a sales something. I was like, yeah, but like what is it? Thing that you do. I'm like, yeah, but what is it? What are you talking about? What is this thing?
You go door to door.
Eventually I was like, is it Avon or whatever that is it Amway? Just like, yes, it's that. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, the worst was like when I was like 18. I remember I must have been 18 or 19. I got like I put like my profile together for like Monster Jobs or something, and I got reached out by Vector Marketing. All right, and what it is you go to this rundown, shitty like rec room in like a local. I think it was on Central Ave. They just had this like fucking place with ceiling tiles like falling down and all covered in like stains. And they were like, "Yeah, come on in." And they gave you a presentation on Cutco knives, and they were like, "What we need you to do is buy this set of Cutco knives so that you can sell sets of Cutco knives for the low price of $300. You can go door knocking and showing all your neighbors, friends, and relatives fucking Cutco." And then like I was just like, oh my god, this is terrible. And then like I ended up just getting up and leaving. At the time too, this was like I put on a suit and tie, like, you know what I mean? I thought that I was going to like an individual interview. There was a group thing. They presented the idea, and then they like speak to you one-on-one. They're like, so what I need you to do is make a list right now of everybody you know, love, and have in your phone. And who do you think would buy Cutco knives? And then they'd be like, yeah, keep in mind, like the second you buy a Cutco knife, you have it for life, and you can send it back and we'll sharpen it. Like all this shit. And like all I'm thinking in my head is like, what you're going to do is you're going to have them send the knives back, and then you're going to send them worse quality knives just gradually, but they're sharper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a brilliant scheme, I'll say this. My mom fell victim to one of these Cutco schemes and bought a knife, just probably like the cheapest knife ever. It was like a butcher's knife. It's a sick knife. It works, you know what I mean? But like this is the ploy that they would use. They were like, all right, so somebody stole one of our salesperson's cars and like ended up ditching it in a lake, and they actually recovered the car like 10 years later. The Cutco knives in the back, they were still in good shape. And they sent them all back. We sharpened them up. They still use them to this day. It's just like, and then cutting fucking tires and ropes in front of you and shit. I don't know. And then like I just look over and I see Scoons. I'm like, we gotta get out of here, bro.
There was somebody that we went to high school that was fairly like successful with it, right?
That's the thing, is you can make bank in these pyramid schemes. You just gotta be ruthless.
This guy was like doing tours.
Who?
Are we gonna name drop?
No,
Was it Ian?
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that was Verve. That was the drink.
Yeah, like he would go on stage and.
Oh, he still does that type of stuff. He's got a podcast and stuff too. I pop in every now and again and check it. He's gone more legit now, but definitely was driving a BMW, presidential level in Verve. Probably getting audited.
We should get him on the pod.
I would love to hear about it, but I doubt he'd I doubt he'd be like, "Oh yeah, let me come on
Butt stuff.
butt stuff and talk about my Beamer." I don't know.
We should tell him that we're gonna like buy his product and have him on, and then we should make up our own product and then just bombard him trying to sell it to him.
Maybe he would come on because it says he's a podcasting success coach.
He is.
A podcasting success coach.
He does have like a pretty good following. Last I checked, he's.
I'm sure he's very he's got a silver tongue. You know, he can talk his
Absolutely.
way into anything.
cult of personality, man.
Yeah.
He's the next Gucciardo, minus the stalking and stuff. The sales part.
Well,
We
good-
should
good for him,
say
dude.
that we're success coach coordinators, so we can give him tips on how to be the best podcast success coach.
Yeah.
See, what you want to do to coach these podcasters, Ian, is this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, you make them buy lightning pods.
You know what we should do? We
Which
should
is our
just
new product we've been selling on the podcast for a while now.
we should sell Coke, dude. Like Coca-Cola, door to door, Coke salesman.
Would be great. People would find it very convenient that you're just popping in. You want some Coca-Cola?
This is like I'm just getting It's Always Sunny flashes of like the gas salesman.
We need a wild card, man.
Door to door gas salesman.
What would you sell door to door if you had to sell something door to door, DJ?
Good question. If I had to sell something door to door,
My ass.
honestly, I'd probably sell some sort of like some sort of food product that I made. Like
That-
something renewable that they would have to like come back for and be like,
Milk.
oh, I've had this. It's just this like local guy that makes like really good cookies or something like that. So like, you know, they would have to keep buying and be like, oh no, I trust this guy. He's my neighbor.
But then you can only sell to your neighbors.
Yeah, it's true. I guess I could go into different states, be like, hey, yeah, just order through the mail. I'll send them. I had this one lady one time come door to door sales, and she was selling some sort of like cleaning solution over to my mom's house, and she was just like, and guess what? The cleaning solution is all natural, so it's something that like even if your kids get into, they won't be poisoned. See. Watch. And then she like pulled the
Poured you a-
top non-toxic.
Ugh.
And my mom was like,
Get the fuck out of my
too
house.
much. Yeah, she was like, yeah, it was too much. She's like,
Look,
okay,
it's delicious.
leave now.
That's gonna do it for us over here at Butt Stuff. Tune in next week. DJ might show up, be live. He might have a throat
Yeah,
cold.
we'll try and make it over. You know, I hope this is you know a quick thing.
Yeah, so what is it? I think we kind of briefly talked about this, but probably next week, probably
Winnie the Pooh.
have an update on Winnie the Pooh.
Love it.
See if Christopher
Ooh.
Robinson
You wanna-
gets killed.
You want to watch it with us, Butt Gang? Check it out.
Let's do
Yo,
it.
should-
Check it out on Netflix.
Could
Butt
we-
gang.
butt gangers, butt stuffers. We could have a big watch party with our fans,
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
All the stuffers.
Josh and Nick.
That would be great.
Well, we'll see you next week here. Enjoy your week, stuffers.
Take it sleazy.
Bye, everybody.